Welcome to PetesGuide. This is Metric Monday. Last week, I finished my population, or I thought I finished my population of the power bit slots in this toolkit with 4 Phillips type drivers. Phillips, Japanese Industrial Standard JIS, Phillips ACR anti-cam out ribs, and we already had the Phillips, and we already had the Posi drive, which is also from the Phillips Screw Company. But then I had an epiphany. I've got 3 slots left for insert bits, but I'm not done with one of these tools, and it's the combination drill and tap for M6 screws. I've hinted at this in the past, but I've found there's a problem with this with thin pieces of material. It's got a drill bit, a tap, and a chamfer all in one. And on thin pieces of material, like this piece of basswood, once I get to the point that I can use the chamfer bit, the taps section is already through. And so if I'm using a power driver, I have to carefully figure out how to get this back threaded through the existing thread so that I don't cross thread. And I'm not sure there's a good way to do that. I think it has to be done manually with feel. So since this is not Wera anyway, and it's so cheap of a brand X that all of the markings on the size and the brand have worn off, I think I'm going to put this in the questionable spot. So that means I now have to replace it with discrete tools. So I happened to find, I didn't know this existed, a Wera brand M6 tap. So that's the standard coarse threads. So we'll fit that in there. And the other epiphany I had was this combination bit just drills a 5mm hole and then threads it with an M6 thread. And that only gives me a tapped hole, a threaded hole. But in many cases, I'll need a through hole. So let's get that out of the way. And now we have, also, I didn't know these existed, 1/4" hex drive, Wera brand, 5mm and 6mm hex bits. So I have to choose 2 of these power bits to remove, at least temporarily, to make these fit. So I'm going to choose, these are the 2 I did last week. I'm going to choose the first 2. Yes, I'm going to choose the first 2. The Phillips I'm going to take out and replace with the 5mm drill bit. And the reason I took the Phillips out is because I think that the ACR bit will fit in all Phillips screw heads. This is number 3. So I don't think I've lost any functionality. And then I need a spot for the 6mm drill, and I don't own a Japanese motorcycle, so I think I can set aside for now the JIS bit, so that lets me fit in the 6mm bit for through holes. And we're kind of back to where we were. I'm down 2 types of Phillips bits, but I can now drill both sizes of holes I need for M6 screws and bolts with a tap, and it's Wera brand, so I'm happy about that. And it looks like I need to go find some Phillips insert bits to replace these 2 that I've got. And I'm just going to slot these in here as a reminder that I'm not taking these bits out of the kit permanently. I just need to swap them. Okay, that's all I have for now. This is PetesGuide, closing down.